Welcome, nerds and gamers from all walks of life. Just in case you didn't know, my name is Justin, and welcome to my channel, Just In Case Gaming. Today, we will be reading from the Necronomicon to see what we will be reviewing. And ooh, this is a spooky one. Today, nerds and gamers, we have a very creepy review on our hands. We went all the way back to 2002 and are looking at arguably WizKids' weirdest and creepiest product that they have ever made. This is Creepy Freaks, the gross out 3D trading game booster. Get it? Guys, this is probably one of the weirdest things that WizKids has ever done. But we're going to be taking a look at it. We got an entire case of them, and they were pretty cheap, but I'll tell you more about that here in a second. We got 24 of them, and we're going to see exactly what this game has in store for us. Let's get to it, gamers. Woo! All right, nerds and gamers, here we are again, back at the whiteboard. And just a couple of things. I know that it has been a while since we have uploaded a video, but that is because my wife recently had a surgery that put her out of commission for a while, and she needed me to take care of her. So that is why this video is quite late, but hey, family comes first. But happy Halloween, everybody. Happy spoopy month. And we're just gonna take a look at some really strange things for the rest of October. We're gonna take a look at some cool, creepy things, some blasts from the past, some new games and miniatures that are really cool. So I hope that you all enjoy, and I hope that you understand why I'm a little late on uploading these videos. So WizKids decided back in 2002, at the height of the trading card game craze, when Yu-Gi-Oh was coming out and Pokemon and Digimon and everything, they all had these card games that were coming out and very popular. WizKids decided to take their own spin on that idea and try and cash in on the craze that was going on, and they heavily marketed these towards boys, but I'm sure that there were a lot of women out there that also, girls that liked this game too. But this was based a lot on gross out humor, something that was very popular in the 80s and the 90s with things like the Garbage Pail Kids and stuff like that. They thought that it would be a neat idea to take those kind of concepts and do what they do best, miniatures, and make a 3D trading card game. So that is what we have here today. And we opened 24 packs of these, and it comes with 2 of these miniatures in each pack. And the game plays out very similarly, but also really different from a game of chess. So you see on the card right here, it has the name of the creature, what type it is, which this would be the Critters type. Its attack is Dead Fish Slap. And then it has these little hit point markers. And you can see that it has weaknesses like snot or toilet. And each time that it would take a damage, you turn it like a hero clicks. So they can move only in the directions that you see right here with these colored arrows. So it can only move on the board like that. So that's where it comes in like a game of chess, is that you can only move in those different directions. But this is Fishface. And you can see some, they actually were able to get quite a bit of detail on these guys for how small some of them are. But he has the little life jacket on, and he has those big teeth. And each one of these boxes came with a sticker of the particular creature, and it also came with a smaller sticker. You know, that's not this guy, obviously, but I'm not going to show each and every single sticker maybe just these ones because I like the artwork that's on them. But also these little miniatures had variant versions that you could also get. And they have different stats. Maybe some of them have better health, different weaknesses, or maybe better movement. Now we were not able to get a hold of the actual game board that these come on. So I might just show it on like a chessboard. But yeah, this is his alternate version Finhead. So pretty cool. And we have quite a few miniatures to get through. So let's go ahead and move on. There's Finhead. Let's go ahead and move on to our next set of characters. Socket and Headbone. This was just such a weird idea that WizKids had, and I absolutely love it. I played this game when it came out, and I didn't think that anyone remembered this game, but there's a surprising amount of people that actually still remember it. And I was able to pick up an entire case of these guys. His attack is Eye Blast. I like the cape and the detail on the skull right there. But I wish this game was still made by WizKids. It didn't last very long, as a lot of you might know because you've probably never heard of it before. Earwax Slingshot. That's so gross. But I was actually a fan of this kind of gross out humor stuff, and I still get a chuckle out of it. You know, because I like Garbage Pail Kids and all those different gross out humor kind of games. But it didn't last very long. Here we have Socks and Litter Kitty, and these are so gross because they're zombie cats that were buried in their own poop. Lovely. So let's take a look at them. And the game is actually pretty fun. If you can get a hold of these, I went on eBay and I picked up an entire case of these guys for like, it wasn't even 40 bucks, but they're getting kind of hard to find. But I was able to get an entire factory sealed case of them, which it came with almost every single miniature. They sold these starter packs that had the it had the board and everything. Kitty Crunchies. Ugh. It literally throws its own crap at you. That's delightful. And this one's attack is Hairball. But just look at that. That's actually pretty cool looking. A zombie cat coming out of its own litter box. You can see the bones and the flesh deteriorating off of there. But I had so much fun with this game when I was a kid. And I am so sad that they don't make them anymore because there's so many cool concepts that they could come up with nowadays for these if they decided. If WizKids, if you watch this video, bring back Creepy Freaks. Everyone down in the comment section, hashtag bring back Creepy Freaks. Let it start trending. There's Bingo and Fluffy. And he's a drooler. And as you can see right there, he has his pee stream. That's pretty gross. But these are actually pretty neat little miniatures right here. Here they are. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus in on them a little bit better. Here's Bingo, and here's Fluffy. And they're holding some kind of maybe stuffed animal or creature in their hand. They have the leash on them. They have these big tusks. And here's their movement and their health. Fluffy's a tank. Look at that. And his attack is Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave. Oh, he pees a giant tidal wave. Now, something that I also found pretty interesting, because on this channel, we take a look at a lot of Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. You can actually pop these guys off of their base. And if you didn't want to just use these for the actual game, which is really fun. And if we can get a hold of the board and some of the other starter miniatures, I would love to do a review on how to actually play this game. If that's something that you guys are interested in, leave a comment in the comment section below. But oh man, you could use these as Dungeons and Dragons miniatures if you wanted to, because that would be a cool creature. Of course, you'd have to explain away or maybe paint over the whatever that is, some kind of stuffed animal or body or whatever that is. But some of these you can actually use for, I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily a serious monster encounter for some of them. It'd be a little weird, but if you wanted to do kind of an out-of-the-box thinking D&D game, here are some mad scientists. We have Von Clank and Von Klink. Von Klink and Clank. They are the ones that, as you can see here, he experiments on the little squirrels or chipmunks. And here are their miniatures. We have Von Klink and Von Clank. As you can see, they're holding some kind of chipmunk with this device on its head. They have the robotic arm. And there's a lot of detail that actually went into these miniatures. I'm really surprised at how much detail they were able to get in. I mean, they kind of went all out with this game, hoping that it was going to be this huge, the next big thing, the thing to beat out Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, because it has that aspect of Pokemon where you gotta collect them all, and it has some strategy that's put in there from, you know, it being this like weird version of chess. Control cap and pre-op exam. Oh man, you do not want Von Clank doing a pre-op exam on you. All right, let's see. Who do we have next? We have Venus and Daisy. So we have these gross plant-looking creatures, but I actually love these two miniatures right here. You could definitely use this as some kind of D&D monster. Maybe a scientist used some mutagen or something, or a spell to make them grow into these big sentient Venus flytrap monsters. But just look at that. Look how cool that is. And of course, like I said, each one of these miniatures has a variant version. So you have spit growing seeds and you have swallow whole. Pretty gross, pretty gross. All right, let's see who we have next. We have Maddie and Serpentina. Yeah, the light probably looks a little bit better like that. We have Maddie and Serpentina. Now see, I don't think that snakes are gross, but some people do. And that is why they made these weird teenage schoolgirl Medusa gals. And you can see all the different versions of the snakes. Maybe if you painted over the schoolgirl outfits, you could maybe make this some kind of yuan-ti, snake shake, and writhing snakes. They're pretty tanky characters. But if you just wanted to get these and actually just play the game, this is such a fun game. I cannot stress enough how fun this game actually is. All right, so we have Teddy. I have no idea what that stands for, but there's Teddy and there's Patches. And we have these strange Frankenstein-like teddy bear mixed with some kind of like rabbit. It has a lot of nice detail on it, though. You can actually see that it looks like felt material and fur that is in each of these guys. And their button eyeballs are falling out of their skulls. Let's get a look at their stats. body parts attack and body part request. So he takes the body parts and he throws them at your adversaries. All right, next up, probably some of my favorite ones. I love these guys just because how gross they are. We have Potty Mouth and John. Oh man, look at that. He's got pee coming out of there. You can see crap stains all over that. And he's got some kind of green gook that's coming out of there. I have no idea who backed up these toilets, but here we go. We have John and Potty Mouth right here. And just look at the detail that they were able to get in these weird toilet monstrosities. Their tongue is a thing of toilet paper. You can even still see some of the cleaner that's on there. He's got the little toilet cleaner right there that has brown stains on it. So gross. But if any of you guys are like me and dig some of this kind of gross out childish humor that reminds you of the 80s and 90s plunger toss, maybe you'll get a kick out of this game. But it's actually really fun to play. It really is. And we'll take a look at Potty Mouth here. I thought it was neat how they did the variant versions back up. Oh, God. Ugh. And again, they do twist and turn whenever they take damage. Or if you have, like, the snot right here. If there's a snot creature attacking him and he's at his starting hit point, boom, he goes all the way down to the snot. And once it reaches this creepy freak face, they're scared and they're running away in the other direction and they are out of the game. All right, next up, we have Zip Zit and Puss Bus Gus. Oh man, and these dudes look nasty, as if some of the others didn't already. Look at this guy, he's a literal thing of pus. And it's coming out of his engines and everything like that. This reminds me of something like off of Mad TV. Now, these were so old, because they're from 2002, that the stickers that were on here were peeling off. I don't know if you can tell. Look at that yellow. It's not supposed to be that yellow on the back of these stickers. But these stickers don't even stick anymore. So I had to go in with some glue, and I just glued them back to the base. But they work good as new. So that's Zip Zit. And here is Puss Bus Gus. So gross. There's his stats. Pus balls. Ugh. I think that would have been on Zip Zit, don't you guys? I think that would have been his attack. We have probably my least favorite figures in this set. Dolly and Ragatha. I don't get them. What's so gross about them? She's just eating a doll, and I mean, they look gross, but I mean, take a look at the miniatures and you guys will see. Not my favorite. Not my favorite of these guys. Just looks like some kind of weird ragdoll that rips other dolls in half. I don't really get it. Pute? P-U-T. Pute? I don't get it. Creepy doll army. And this one, she has some pretty good movement on her. But, I don't know. Not my favorite minis out of these. Next up, we have Ankle Biter, who is throwing a dirty diaper and is a vampire. These are vampire children. There's Teether. These are vampire children that throw their own crap and roll around in strollers. And here are their miniatures. The faces look a little derpy on them, I'm not gonna lie. They look kind of like Muppets. Nothing against Muppets, I love the Muppets, but even the teddy bear, look at the teddy bear. It has some little vampire fangs. Aww. But they're gross because they throw their crap at people. So nice detail on the wheels because it makes it actually, it's got that cartoonish look like it's moving forward really, really fast. And we have blood sucking on teether here. And wow, they do not have a lot of good movement, nor do they have a lot of health. There's Huggy Face. These guys are pretty. Not the grossest I've seen. But these guys definitely are. Oh, wow. We have Krusty the Snot Man. And we have Drippy the Pus Man. Look at the guy that's stuck inside it. Oh, gross. So when it comes Christmas time or Halloween time and you want to build a Frosty the Snowman, no. No, 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 no. No. It will turn to life. Your own snot is going to turn into an anthropomorphic, brought to life snowman made of snot or pus. And it's so, this is such a weird game. I mean, if Garbage Pail Kids could have a following, I mean, I see where WizKids thought that this was going to work. But it was during the time of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Booger Shuriken. This is a ninja. He comes from the hidden village of Snot. And then we have Pus Smother. That is absolutely disgusting. But these are two of my favorite little guys because they're just so outlandishly gross. Ugh. All right. Next up, Thump. And you got his shot of him twerking out his little chocolate, his little chocolate ball. Oh my God. We have Rabbit here. And good God, guys, I mean, look at these. These are creepy, freaky looking rabbit dudes that are holding a rotten egg and then a basket that is filled with its poop. This one throws chocolates in quotations. And also something that was really strange about this game, the starter set that you got, and we're gonna try to get a hold of it. I don't know if it's gonna be in time for the rest of Spoopy Month. However, the starter set came with a DVD. And on the DVD, you had a tutorial that showed you how to play the game. You had a Dannon yogurt commercial. And then you also had a TV show pilot. You heard me right, folks. They had a Creepy Freaks TV show, cartoon, that they made an episode of. And it was actually there was a lot of great voice actors that are, you know, I think the voice actor for Phil and Lil from the Rugrats was on there, and it just didn't take off. And it makes me so sad because, man, I think that this, if Garbage Pail Kids can have a following, come on, this can too. Bring Creepy Freaks back. Do some new stuff. Here is Boo Ogre and the Booger Man. Now these guys, maybe you want to use them in a really just funny version of Dungeons and Dragons where you have a Cyclops or an Ogre. That, look at that. It has boogers all over its fingers. It has snot all over its fingers. It's so gross. And the attacks on this guy, this one has Booger Flick, and then this one has Pick Your Friends. So Boo Ogre wants to come over and pick your own nose and get your boogers for himself. And this game, when you play it, guys, I'm telling you, it might seem really stupid. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes, but I know that there are some of you where the kid is still in you and you're like, he said snot, he said booger, he said toilet, he said crap. And you guys are cut from the same cloth of myself when I enjoyed this kind of humor. We have Curdles and Sour Milk. And these ones are actually kind of effed up because these guys, here is Sour Milk and Curdles. They're evil milk cartons. I love the cartoonish faces that they have. But here's where it's messed up, man. We got chocolate milk. Who remembers these cartons of milk where it was just semi-impossible to get this front end to open up correctly? And a lot of the times you would be having to open up both ends. Look at this. Anybody remember when milk had missing children on the back? These are the ones that take the children. Have you seen me and got you on the back of them? Oh my God. Don't give your children milk anymore. It might make strong bones, but it also gets you on 60 Minutes. Next up, we're almost done, guys. We have Creepy and Crawly. So those of you that don't like bugs, you might want to turn away, because we have Creepy and Crawly here. My wife hates these two little guys. When we were playing, I was like, you should grab one of the bugs. She's like, oh, hell no. She doesn't talk like that, but here's Creepy and Crawly, and they're holding a fly swatter, a thing of bug spray, and a rolled up newspaper. And they sure are Creepy and Crawly. Their faces kind of look like Onis. Japanese demons. Who thinks that? Tell me in the comments. This guy has really good movement. Look at that. Look at all those arrows. So we have bug spray and we have acid vomit. Gross. But not the grossest ones out of the bunch. And why don't you guys tell me down in the comments, who do you think is not just your favorite character of these guys, but who do you think is the grossest? Here we have King Jack and Mad Jack, which reminds me of Jack the Clown from Halloween Horror Nights, if anybody knows about that. He was one of the scare mascots. Here we have King Jack and Mad Jack. I don't see how this is gross. I mean, creepy, yes. Gross, nah. I don't find clowns gross or creepy, but hey, each to their own. We have Mad Jack, Spit Crazy Clown Makeup, and Psycho Laugh. Weird. But they're kind of cool looking. Maybe you can use this as like set dressing for the Heckna campaign setting that's coming out from Humblewood. That has to do with the clown circus. Next up, we have, again, I mean, it kind of goes with what you think is going on with their lips. We have Precious and Kissy Face. And either those are warts on their lips, or it's a another thing that you can catch. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Rhymes with Schmurpies. Yeah, so if this is like a hepatitis kind of thing, that's pretty gross. But here they are, and actually this is pretty unique. Kissy Face here, her eyes were not painted. I don't know if that bumps up the rarity factor, I guess, or maybe the price, because some of these creepy freaks, they go for a little bit of money. Not a lot, but a little. They're pretty cheap. You can find, like I said, a sealed case of 24 boxes for like under 40 bucks. And then you have almost every single one of these miniatures. They're not great. However, Precious here has no weaknesses. Cutesy names and Kissy Kiss. So for those of you that don't like cutesy things, I mean, I guess they're gross. Next up, we have Piper and Hamlin, and good God, Hamlin there has someone's arm coming out of a bag. So we're thinking like Pied Piper kind of vibes that we're getting off of these guys. And here is Piper and Hamlin. If you don't like rats, then I guess these guys are gross. I happen to find that rats are pretty cute. And then there you have, there's a freaking arm hanging out of a bag. Oh my God. I don't know if they use their flutes and then get children, and I don't know what they do. Do they put them whole into the bag and take them away? Are they killing them? What are they doing? There's rat attack and creepy music. Piper here is actually pretty good. He's a pretty good character. He's got some good movement on him and doesn't have too many weaknesses. He's got quite a bit of health points on there. My favorite of these, probably Piper here, since he's the albino rat with those bloodshot eyes. Such a weird game. Now, here we get to the final creepy freaks, and these guys are the rares. So all of those were commons and uncommons. So you had like the common version, like Piper or Hamlin here, and then you had its uncommon version, which is its alternate form, Piper. Here we have the rares, which is only one of each of the miniatures. So we'll start off with probably my favorite one, Monster Under the Bed. Look at that, he's got this green goo coming out of his mouth. And here he is. Just look at that guy. He is cool. You could definitely use this as a D&D monster. Just have like some dungeon dressing of a bed. And then maybe there's a child that's complaining, Mommy, Daddy, there's a monster under my bed. And then boom. Monster under the bed. He's got warts all over him. He's got this green drool dripping out of his mouth. This evil stare. And then he has the bed on top of his head with his horns. And he is an amazing creature to play with. He has all of the hit points all the way to here. He only has 2 weaknesses. Moan of Doom. And he has really good movement. He just can't move to this side or that side. But he can move in every other direction. Really good guy right there. Next up, we have Chester. Get it? Because he's popping out of the chest of the teddy bear. Yes, this is our call to aliens. So he looks like an alien. He actually has some kind of see-through plastic right there. A lot of these rare creepy freaks have the see-through plastics on them somewhere. And then he has a spring body that is just coming out of the chest of the teddy bear right there. Pretty cool. Chester, Trojan toy. He has some, okay movement, but really cool looking mini. Next up, this was the main boss of the episode that we got in the starter set off of the DVD, SBD. Yep, if you all have put it together, it's his name is Silent But Deadly. He has a little nose plug there because he hates his own smell, or he doesn't like the smell of others, however that you want to put it. Great movement all around. He's a tank. He does have 3 weaknesses though, so that is what his downfall is. His attack is Silent But Deadly, and he has the see-through plastic. I don't know if y'all want to use this. Like I said, some of them can be used for D&D miniatures. Maybe if you wanted to paint over the little nose plug there, this could be like a living kill cloud spell or something like that. Just pop them right off of the base right there. But he's neat. And then we have the dude, Skeletonhomie. And he has some snot in his mouth right there. In the show, he redirected attacks of other monsters in the battle, which is called a freak out or a creep out. It's one of the two. I'm going off of memory here, people. He's got his boom box. He's got his can of what I'm going to assume is beer. He's got his skull shirt on, and he is ready to use his attack, Copycat. He's got some basic movement. He has no weaknesses. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little guy. I'm glad that I was able to get all of these because I had lost all of these miniatures. I don't know if my mom sold them or what happened. Now we have Barbecue. I don't see how she's gross, but I mean, creepy, yeah. I mean, fire is creepy. It's quite terrifying in a lot of situations. And this is actually pretty cool. She's got this elven, elemental look to her. Kind of looks like Chandra Nalar in a way. Barbecue. She's got decent movement. Dazzling Fireball is her attack. I love the translucent plastic that they used. And she's just gonna hit people with the fireballs. You know what? That is really messed up, man. So you got like a rabbit that throws his own turds, and then she's hurling fireballs at people. That is, that's messed up. It's messed up, and nobody really stands a chance against fire. All right, Jarhead. Now this is a cool little miniature that we have here. Jarhead is literally a brain in a jar with some eyeballs. And he's got his brain stem right there. And it looks like he's in a tank of fluid. Now this guy, you could seriously use him as a Dungeons & Dragons miniature. This could be maybe an Elder Brain or something to do with Mind Flayers, you know? There's a lot of story plots. Maybe this is the brain of a ancient wizard or something like that. I'm just trying to appeal to everyone. If nobody wants to play this game in the actual way that it's supposed to be played, and you just want to use these guys as little board game pieces for different things, I mean, hey, you do you. We've got Sonic Destruction. You know, decent movement on him. Now we have another interesting character. We got Van Pappy. Van Pappy. I'm gonna suck your blood. Just let me get right there. I'm gonna bring my wheelchair. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get you. He's just sitting there, I'm gonna get you. Takes him like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get to you. Whirling Dentures is his attack. Van Pappy. What a champ. What a guy. I like his cape flowing in the back there. He's still got some stamina in him. Oh yeah, come here. And then last but not least, we have Eyesore. Now this one can be used as a couple of different D&D things. But just look at that guy. He's cool. He has that translucent plastic in him. And he just looks menacing. You could use this as a death kiss. You could use it as so many different things. And I like how the veins are his body and he has these little tendrils. The Stare is his attack. That is cool. But yeah, guys, that about wraps it up for the Creepy Freaks trading card 3D gross out game. Here's Asarak next to one of these guys if you guys want to see like how big some of these characters would be. But I mean, this is such a cool game. We'll take a look at the miniatures again all together, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So as for my final thoughts with Creepy Freaks, I think WizKids really went out on a limb trying to make this the next Garbage Pail Kids and beat Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and it just wasn't the right time. But I think that this would be such a cool game to bring back. Help me bring it back, guys. But man, this is such a fun game to play with a significant other or your friends, and just turn your mind off and have a blast with some gross, weird, creepy creatures. If you can find them, they're a little rare, but you will have a blast with these Creepy Freaks. So, nerds and gamers, that wraps up my review and take on WizKids Creepy Freaks, the 3D trading card game Booster. Guys, I'm so glad that you came along with me on this journey. And I wanted to just thank each and every single one of you for giving me your time here today. And I wanted to say we're going to try to get some more spoopy videos out to you before it is time for Halloween. So stick with us. I know 2020 has been, it's been a doozy, hasn't it, guys? But we're going to work hard here to keep entertaining you. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are at almost 120 subscribers on the channel. It blows my mind. Thank you all so much. And if you like the video, drop a like as well. And tell me, what was your favorite creepy freak? And who did you think was the freakiest of them? Thank you guys so much for watching. And I wanted to say, stay safe out there. Be nerdy. And I'll see you in the next video.